Hey Aquarius, what is going on? Welcome into the channel. So happy to have you here always. My name is Deborah, owner of Purusha Holistic Wellness, and this is another episode of Purusha Intuitive, where we're going to look at your energy via the tarot, astrology, and any channeled messages that come through. So let's get into it. We have officially entered Cancer season. We're coming up on a new moon in Cancer this week. Cancer is a really great energy for us. It's definitely something that I'm looking at we all need because it is all about love, nurture, support, really just honoring yourself, right? Honoring those spaces, those environments where you feel safe and secure and stable and you have someone, something to fall back on, even if that is just yourself right now, right? Like we all have to be our own best friend. It's been kind of rough. There's been a lot of rough waters lately. Things haven't been fluid or smooth, and water energy, Cancer season, it helps us to just really kind of be gentle with ourselves, our emotions, what we're thinking, what we're feeling, how we're perceiving situations, and really giving ourselves the credit that's necessary, right? Listening to those emotions and being able to honor what they're telling us as a result. That really is that value of being in alignment. It doesn't mean we have to react rashly or emotionally to things, you know. There is that value of tempering oneself, right? Not that, well, whatever. But, you know, it's this honoring of self. Sorry, that took a second to come out, but it really is just this value of honoring self and not getting so listening to what our emotional indicators are telling us, because they really are good indicators of what's going on in a situation, what needs to be looked at in a dynamic with a person, etc. And it goes underrated, right? Present day, because it's harder to pick up on. We need to be still in order to do so, still and quiet. But that's why I like to start off our readings with an energy cleansing, just kind of set the tone, set the vibe for the reading, cleanse out any of those blocks, obstacles, limitations we might be coming into. It's a really good time to set your own intention as well, Aquarius, especially if you've come in with something on your heart, on your mind, something you would like Spirit to deliver messages to you around. Definitely give that over. Be open to receive. It's a really great way to personalize these collective readings. And I also do personal readings. I offer a variety of healing and wellness services. Readings are one of them. If you want me looking at your specific situation, how it's faring, where it's headed, or if you are just looking for that realignment of self, mind, body, soul, I do energy healing as well as Ayurvedic or holistic wellness consultations. When we are aligned, that's really where we're making choices for our happiness and fulfillment. It's where we find our courage, our strength, the ability to make the harder decisions, right? Even when they are difficult or painful, and not to make it so wah-wah. Sorry, I go off on my little tangents, but just that value of, you know, wherever we're at, if we want abundance, if we want happiness and fulfillment, it really means that we have to know ourselves and be in alignment with who and what that is. And I would love to help support in whatever ways. Definitely hit me up. All the info to get into contact with me is in the description box below. All right, with that, let's get into it, Aquarius. I bless you with pure love and light, pure source energy, pure loving grace. I release anything that is not for your highest and best. Any fears, doubts, insecurities, lack of worth, lack of value, pain, anger, frustration, impatience, overwhelm. Cleanse it and release it from our being, so we may see and understand the messages clearly, help to make me a clear and open channel for the collective. Thank you, Father God, Spirit guides, guardian angels, Mama love, Mama love. All right, Aquarius. You feel hesitant. You feel like nervous about something this week. I can see you kind of like standing in the background or just like waiting, observing. You kind of just have this energy of, it's not a lack of confidence. I'm hearing like you have this level of awareness, like some level of awareness, clarity has come to you. Yeah. And now you're figuring out what to do with that, right? Like the pomegranate is really connected to, well, high priestess energy, our intuition, like really being able to sense into a situation, a person, a dynamic. And then the pomegranate is about abundance, right? Like, so I'm hearing this as like, the more you're able to kind of understand what this is, bring that level of awareness, the cards never lie, that level of awareness to yourself, the better you're going to know what to do with this. And this feels like this has been something for you, Aquarius, that has been unfolding for a minute. Seeing someone or something for what they are, that vixen energy in your overarching energy. Who got that? I think Capricorn also got the T card in the same spot. This has a level of patience, right? Yeah, and I feel like it just kind of looks like you have a lot of toxicity around you, and it's really hard to see clearly. I feel like that's why your energy has been pulling back a little bit. I feel like you're taking your time being comfortable with yourself, not needing to engage as much or interact as much. It's not saying you're a hermit. I don't necessarily get that vibe, but I feel like even when you're in groups or social situations or whatever, you're just pulling back your energy. You're maintaining yourself. And I think in part it's for your own sanity, right? Because of the toxicity that's going on around you. But then it's also to kind of get clear about what you think and what you feel. And I think sometimes it is really hard because we can have super beautiful things in our life that is just shrouded in toxicity, you know? And not that the rose represents that necessarily, but it's in your blocked energy. It's, you know, the thorns. That's what I keep being drawn to, is that level of just like, you know, sometimes things, I mean, that's the downside, right? Of when we're operating out of these lower vibey energies. I'm not saying that you are. I feel like this is around you. I feel like you have faith in certain people, but I feel like some of that has been waning, you know? And here's the thing. It's like, to me, it looks like you see someone for something, for what they are, but then you also have someone else in the background be like, that's not true, or like, you know, you're being sensitive, or whatever they're kind of saying to like diminish what your intuition is picking up. As I'm saying this, I'm reminded of how Saturn is in Neptune and it's in conjunction with, it's in Aries and it's in conjunction with Neptune, which basically means like we're being challenged to trust ourselves, trust our instincts, especially in those places where we listen to other people, false information, maybe false information. Like I'm hearing for some of you, this might not resonate for everybody, but this is false information from someone who's kind of siding with the toxicity, right? Siding with the inappropriate behavior. Maybe they're not like plotting and planning behind the scenes, but there is this energy of them like working together, you know, or they're just the same vibrational match that it ends up, you know, whatever. They end up with the same motivations. And someone is trying to keep the peace right now. Someone's trying to keep the peace, but it feels like in this way of falsity, like I'm kind of just feeling like it's not this energy. Like you're looking at it as like someone's taking it for granted, right? Like I feel like you caught someone in something, or like there was a misstep and it brought a lot of awareness to you. And you're starting to see this patterning. You're starting to see the places where it's not adding up. And they're trying to sweep it under the rug. I feel like they're trying to make it out to be like everything is happy, well, and good, right? Oh, I have a lot going on. Like where there's deficits, it's like there's a lot of excuses. There's a lot of, I don't know, this Baba Yaga, it can be someone who's really smart, someone who's really wise, but also kind of like using it for negative purposes, right? Using it to kind of harm instead of for good. And this to me feels like this is something you're definitely waking up to. I feel like you're putting a lot of guilt on yourself with the Four of Cups, taking on a lot of responsibility, maybe struggling with a little bit of depression or feeling like you want to just like not really interact with people. Like it could also go the opposite way where it's not like, I don't know, it's not on your main to-do list, which I think is fine because again, you have people, situations siphoning from your energy. And here's the thing, whatever you're dealing with is getting what they want, but you're not, you're not. And if anything, it's like all it shows is you waiting and waiting and waiting. And maybe you've already been waiting. Maybe you've already been waiting for a hot minute and you're finally at, well, I don't know, because like there's a lot of fear around this. It's fear that like, I feel like it's like fear that you're going to misstep and that you're actually going to screw yourself over. But I'm also seeing like, there's a lot of things going on here. Like it's something you can overcome. Maybe someone's kind of puffing their chest to you, making you feel small. And in reality, Spirit wants you to see how strong and powerful you are, Aquarius. Like not be so put down, even if someone is a little bit more assertive and aggressive. Or like also like challenging someone a little bit, like maybe even asking some questions. Okay, well, if this is what you're saying, then why'd you do this? Or why did this happen? Or can you clarify this for me? You can say it in a really non-threatening way. Here's the thing, this person's situation is not going to take too kindly to any type of questioning because they think they have it in the bag, right? They think, and I think in a lot of ways because of the people who are backing them up, the people who you mutually know who are also kind of on their side, right? Okay. I feel like it looks like they're kind of revealing themselves though as well. I feel like they kind of it looks like either there's a fight or there's a disagreement or someone let something out. Yeah, the Emperor just fell down. Whew, there's a lot of people involved. Lots of people just came out. It looks like there was just, I feel like something comes out about this situation where it's just like, oh, like you can't deny it. You can't deny the toxicity. You can't deny the people who were feeding into it, kind of encouraging it. And it's taking something that could have been or should have been, right? Should have been really beautiful, should have been, or has kind of, I don't know, like there is something here. Whatever has been created out of this situation, there is something here that's like you're content. I don't know, maybe content's the wrong word. It's like, I don't even want to say happy. Like on the surface, it should be beautiful, right? It should be the rose. But as you're digging deeper, as you're recognizing what it actually is, that's where you're seeing like, no, this is like weird, messy, and toxic. I love that it's leading to this bird nest though, because I'm hearing this is twofold. We're in Cancer season. It's all about that love, nurture. I'm hearing like you're starting to kind of support yourself in a new way, Aquarius, out of this. It hasn't been easy. I think it's like taken a long time for a lot of this stuff to be revealed, but it's key pieces of information that it puts you into this place where you know exactly where you're moving from here. Like I feel like it's like whatever this is that comes out end of this week, in the near future, it basically looks like it's putting complete understanding on this where you can wrap up, let go, release, trust, act, be the change. Not to be a cheese ball, it says it on the card, but it literally is like be the change that you want to see. And you're seeing the discrepancies in a situation that have affected you, that have affected others, right? You're being guided, you're being supported, there's something about this that like you're gonna have to take courage around, and this, like you are already sensing it. I feel like whomever these other players are that are kind of supporting this bad behavior are really just kind of blatant about like what they think and what they feel this week, to the point that it throws them under the bus, and you get your clarity. And it looks like, you have your support, right? And it's 100% like Spirit is guiding you. Spirit is directing you. It's directing you towards where you need to go, what you need to do, how you need to see yourself, this situation, this dynamic, so that you're not sitting in, this feels like falsity and it feels like toxicity, right? It feels like someone's not being honest and it looks all pretty on the outside, but underneath it's a little messier, right? So I hope this helped, Aquarius. I'm sorry, it was a little bit of a tough energy, but I really feel like you're way more confident. You know, I feel like you're getting that confidence from kind of standing on the sidelines and watching all these things unravel and unfold. Even though it kind of sucks, again, it's really empowering you to just be like, you know what, this is not my vibe. So thank you so much for your time, energy always. I hope you enjoyed the reading and found messages here that resonated with you. Definitely drop comments below if you did. I love to hear, or just say hey, share in a little love, a little TLC. I so appreciate all the love, all the support you bring to the channel. No, I'm sending it back your way.